I've been waiting my whole life for this one. Orthopedic surgeon and husband for The View host, Sonny Hostin, has been named in a federal lawsuit alleging insurance fraud. She got on television. She got in. She run these women. Tell me why she got her husband is named in a lawsuit in insurance fraud, and I'm gonna show you exhibit. Let me say exhibit B. Can you show this to the jury?
Sonny Hostin is in serious trouble, and it's way beyond anything she's faced on live television. Her once glamorous life is spiraling out of control after her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, got caught up in a jaw-dropping $450 million RICO scandal. This isn't just another media frenzy. It's a financial disaster that could leave her bankrupt and humiliated. The accusations are massive, and everything she and her husband built is now in danger of crashing down. Dr. Hostin has been named in a huge federal lawsuit tied to one of the largest insurance fraud cases New York has ever seen. The claims are wild. Prosecutors say he performed surgeries that weren't even needed, just so he could bill insurance companies for insane amounts of money. We're talking fake procedures, shady clinics, and tons of cash changing hands behind closed doors. This isn't just some small-time scheme. It's being compared to organized crime, and Sonny's husband is right in the middle of it. While she's out there handing down opinions on national TV, her real-life chaos is exploding behind the scenes. Dr. Hostin hasn't just been accused, he's actually been taken into custody, and now the situation is 10 times worse.
The View co-host Sonny Hostin's husband, Emmanuel Hostin, has been accused of federal insurance fraud. According to a new lawsuit obtained by Page Six, the orthopedic surgeon was one of 200 defendants named in one of the biggest racketeer influenced and corrupt organization cases ever filed in New York. Emmanuel was accused of federal insurance fraud and, quote, getting kickbacks by performing surgery and billing a company that insured taxi companies and Uber and Lyft drivers. According to the documents, he knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgeries.
The Hostins, once seen as a stunning, unstoppable duo, are now facing a nightmare that could destroy their reputations forever. According to the lawsuit, Dr. Hostin worked with clinics that pushed patients into unnecessary surgeries, all to cash in big on insurance payouts. There are nearly 200 people named in this bombshell case, making it one of the most outrageous legal takedowns the medical world has ever seen. American Transit Insurance, the company behind the lawsuit, claims this was a massive, deliberate scam, and they are demanding every dollar back. That's right, $450 million. And who's stuck in the middle of it all? Sonny Hostin. The same woman who spent years telling America what's wrong with the system is now caught in her own ethical meltdown. The irony is brutal. While she's spent her time calling out injustice, her own family is now facing allegations of corruption on a massive scale. Dr. Hostin's legal team is coming out swinging, calling the lawsuit a pathetic attempt by a struggling insurance company to shift blame and avoid paying for care. They're calling it baseless, a move meant to scare doctors into silence. But even if they deny it all, the headlines aren't slowing down. They're getting louder by the minute. And Sonny, she's staying silent. Not a single word about the arrest. No explanation, no statement. Her silence is like gasoline on the fire, and it's only making the public more curious and more suspicious. The drama is far from over, and the damage may already be done. As the headlines grow louder, the pressure on Sonny is reaching boiling point. She might have thought this was just her husband's mess to clean up, but in the eyes of the public, their lives are deeply intertwined.
You always say it's always the people that always do the pointing, and it always comes back to them, all right? So when you said this is the largest RICO case ever filed in the state of New York, you guys wrap Wrap that around your brain. That's bigger than the mafia case. Like the mafia one was number one. This one takes it over. So he was scamming insurance companies from taxi drivers, Uber drivers, and Lyft drivers. He was performing unnecessary surgeries and then providing fraudulent medical services in exchange for the kickbacks.
The public isn't just watching. They're dissecting every detail, every silence, every facial expression she makes on TV. Let's be honest. When someone's husband is accused of being part of a $450 million scam, the cameras don't just follow him, they follow her too. Fans of The View are now side-eyeing every word Sunny says, wondering if she knew more than she's letting on. The tension is building fast, and there's no escape. People are already whispering, "You're married. How could you not know?" The spotlight is getting hotter by the day. Audiences remember how Sunny always spoke about morals, justice, and truth. But now, those same values are being thrown back in her face. The accusations against Dr. Hostin make every righteous speech she's made feel like a ticking time bomb. And it doesn't help that the scandal is linked to a long-running scheme that allegedly targeted vulnerable people, injured drivers, everyday workers, victims of accidents. The lawsuit claims that instead of helping them heal, Dr. Hostin used their pain as profit. Fake treatments, exaggerated diagnoses, and a conveyor belt of unnecessary surgeries, all in the name of cash. American Transit Insurance says they were manipulated, tricked into approving costly procedures that may not have even been necessary. And it wasn't just one or two claims, it was a full-blown system of fraud that ran deep, with layers of doctors, clinics, and legal teams all playing a part. It sounds like something out of a Hollywood crime thriller, but it's happening in real life. Sunny's silence is more than just awkward. It's deafening. Viewers have noticed how she dodges any mention of the case, clinging tightly to her polished image on screen. But behind the scenes, insiders say she's worried sick. Who wouldn't be? Her husband's career is on the line, their finances are under threat, and their names are plastered all over news headlines.
Anna went in a different direction. But I love the fact that, Manny is younger and he's
How much younger is he?
Just a little bit.
He's like 1 year, isn't he? Like a month or a year or 10 years?
No,
5
years. It's more than a year.
Oh.
Anyway, it's not about me. I think.
Oh, no.
I think that it's very helpful that he's handy, and when we travel, I'm not picking up any bags. He's the one that's hefting them overhead. He
Exactly.
throws the garbage out.
Right.
He does the heavy stuff.
There are whispers that Sunny believed this whole nightmare would somehow blow over, that if she stayed quiet, people would move on. But in today's world, silence speaks louder than words, and every day she doesn't address it, more people question what she really knows. Legal experts are saying this case could drag on for years, and the damage to Sunny's public image could be permanent. Even if Dr. Hostin walks free, the stain of this scandal might never wash away. That's the cruel truth about high-profile lawsuits. The accusations alone can destroy reputations. But Sunny and her husband aren't backing down just yet. They've hired high-powered attorney Mark Geragos to fight the case. And they're planning to sue the insurance company right back for $5 million in damages. Their legal team is claiming the whole case is just a setup, a media smear campaign designed to ruin them. They say it's a desperate move by a dying insurance company trying to save face by blaming doctors for their own failures. And Sunny, she's gone public now, blasting the lawsuit as disgusting, saying it's using her celebrity status to create noise and poison the public's opinion. In her words, "Our family will not be intimidated and harassed." It's a bold statement, but will it be enough to stop the headlines from crashing down like a tidal wave? That's the question everyone's asking. Because while her team fights in court, the media frenzy isn't letting up. and neither is the public's curiosity. This isn't just about money, it's about trust. Trust in doctors, trust in the healthcare system, and trust in the voices we see every day on our screens. And when that trust is shaken, it's nearly impossible to rebuild. Sunny may still have her seat on The View, but how long before this case overshadows everything else? The View itself is caught in the crossfire. Producers are reportedly scrambling to manage the fallout, trying to protect their brand, while one of their hosts is entangled in a scandal of epic proportions.
Yeah, you're married. Tom, you're married. If your husband's doing something, if he's allegedly doing something like this, you guys would know if your wives were up to some nefarious stuff. Let's just not forget who she is. She's been, for years, lecturing America about morality, inequality, systemic failures. And look at her track record. How many times has she had to go on in the past 2 months and look at the camera and do a legal apology for all the stuff that she said on the show? And then she also, on Trump's win, calling the loss because of uneducated white women that Trump won.
We have to know that. This is accused.
All accused. Yeah, all accused. But he's in the RICO. This is a big RICO case that her husband's in there.
Tom,
Rumors are flying. Will Sunny step away? Will she address the allegations on air? Or will this drama keep unfolding in silence? Reports say this lawsuit doesn't just name doctors. It includes clinics, lawyers, billing agents, and even hospitals suspected of being part of the scheme. It's a tangled web of deceit, and Dr. Hostin is smack in the middle of it. The deeper this case goes, the more it feels like a blockbuster movie, but with real consequences. People are stunned that an orthopedic surgeon, someone trusted to heal, is being accused of this level of deception. And for Sunny, this isn't just about public embarrassment. It's about the possibility of losing everything: her home, her assets, her reputation, all on the chopping block if this case doesn't swing their way. And while Dr. Hostin's lawyers call the case a joke, the mountain of evidence is no laughing matter. Investigators are reportedly armed with financial records, medical files, and even testimonies from former patients. The courtroom might soon become a battlefield of experts, charts, and shocking testimonies. Meanwhile, inside The View's studio, producers are on edge. They know one wrong move could drag the entire show into the mess. Viewers have started connecting the dots, wondering how long Sunny can keep dodging the spotlight of this legal disaster. With every new episode, the tension is thicker than ever. Fans have taken to social media demanding answers. "Why hasn't Sunny addressed this yet?" one tweet read. Another said, "How can she talk about justice when her husband's accused of scamming millions?" The backlash is growing, and silence is no longer a safe strategy. People aren't just angry, they feel betrayed. Sunny, once praised for her bold opinions and sharp legal mind, now faces questions she never imagined. The scandal has shifted the focus completely. No one's talking about celebrity gossip or political hot takes anymore. It's all about this case. The courtroom drama is only heating up, and so is the public pressure.
I've been waiting my whole life for this one. Orthopedic surgeon and husband for The View host Sunny Hostin has been named in a federal lawsuit alleging insurance fraud. She got on television. She got in. She run these women. Tell me why her husband is named in a lawsuit in insurance fraud, and I'm gonna show you exhibit. Let me say exhibit B. Can you show this to the jury? Roll it, Nick.
You know, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband.
So Sunny Hostin's husband was basically charged with insurance fraud. What he was doing was doing like fraudulent surgeries and then overcharging the insurance companies for him. This is what this is. So now, of course, he's now being named along with about 200 other individuals in a federal RICO charge case, guys.
While Dr. Hostin prepares to fight for his innocence, Sunny is being forced to face a reality she can't spin or control. Her brand, her show, her influence, everything is hanging in the balance. Even if they win this lawsuit, the financial damage could already be done. Legal fees, media damage, and potential settlements could wipe out everything they've earned. And with Sunny tied so closely to her husband's name, she might not be able to separate herself from the scandal, but even the most polished smile can't hide panic forever. And viewers are noticing. They've seen the glances, the tension, the cracks in her usually composed presence. It's as if every word she says is being watched under a microscope. One slip, and it's front-page news. The question now is, how long can she keep this up? Can she really pretend everything is fine while her husband is at the center of a $450 million lawsuit? The pressure is suffocating, and sooner or later, something's going to give. Lawyers on both sides are gearing up for a brutal fight. The courtroom is expected to be filled with expert witnesses, detailed financial breakdowns, and possibly shocking testimony from insiders who saw it all happen. And if that happens, even more secrets could come spilling out. But even now, the Hostins are holding firm, at least in public. They're presenting a united front, brushing off the lawsuit like it's nothing but noise. But those close to them say there's fear behind the scenes, fear of what comes next, fear of how far this could spiral. This isn't just a scandal anymore. It's a survival story. A story of a couple pushed to the edge, fighting to keep their names, their money, and their dignity intact. And with millions at stake and the world watching, the pressure is beyond anything most people could imagine. And as this courtroom roller coaster barrels forward, no one, not even Sunny, knows where it'll end. Will they walk away victorious? Or will everything they built turn to dust under the crushing weight of scandal and suspicion? Behind closed doors, insiders say the stress is unbearable. The family's carefully guarded life has been thrown into chaos, with reporters circling, social media boiling over, and lawyers working overtime to control the narrative.
Last week, we learned that Sunny's husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, was named in a lawsuit filed by American Transit Insurance Company. He's one of 200 people named in this lawsuit, and they are accusing him of filing fraudulent insurance claims and also getting kickbacks from them. And it's a very serious crime. In fact, it's one of the largest, if not the largest, RICO case in New York's history, and they're seeking $450 million. And Sunny and her husband, they are fighting back. They've hired legal eagle Mark Garagos to help them fight this case, and they're claiming that this is completely baseless.
Every move is being tracked, and every silence is being analyzed like a confession. And now, as new developments begin to surface, speculation is spreading fast. Some say a plea deal might be in the works. Others believe the entire case could go to trial in front of a packed courtroom, turning into one of the most explosive legal battles the state has ever seen. Either way, the truth is coming, and there's no hiding from it. If even a portion of the allegations are proven true, the consequences will be devastating. Financially, it could mean bankruptcy. Legally, it could mean years of court fights and mounting debts. And publicly, the damage to both of their names could be permanent. No amount of PR spin can erase this kind of scandal. And now questions are rising about just how deep she was involved. Did she really have no idea what was happening? Or did she turn a blind eye and hope it would all stay hidden? No one knows for sure, but the truth is clawing its way to the surface. For now, Sunny is still in her chair at The View, still delivering takes, still sipping coffee like nothing's changed. But behind that calm exterior is a storm, roaring louder with every passing day. The audience can feel it, and they're just waiting for the next twist. Because this story isn't over yet. And if anything, it's only just beginning to heat up. Legal teams are preparing for the long haul. Media outlets are circling like vultures, and public opinion is shifting with every headline. What happens next could change everything. Will Dr. Hostin beat the case and walk free? Will Sunny weather the storm and rebuild her reputation? Or will this $450 million RICO scandal destroy everything in its path? This isn't just courtroom drama. It's a collision of fame, fortune, and fraud that could end with handcuffs or headlines. And by the time the dust settles, the world will never see Sunny Hostin the same way again. Stay tuned, because the final chapter of this jaw-dropping saga might be even crazier than the scandal that started it all.